Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, I did say we were going to go for a quick recovery mission, however, I think we're actually going to go for the B team instead. It's slightly less dangerous, so I feel like it's probably good to make some money, so we'll get that done first before heading to the other. So, we're going to go ahead and do some defense. We're capturing a base. We're just going to assist with some training, so nothing too serious. So let's go ahead and make some money. So this will be good for our reputation with the Taurians. It does hurt our position slightly with the pirates, but again, we've been steadily increasing, so I think that this will be acceptable. Let's go ahead and get this done. So right now we can pick whichever mech we want, and I think we'll go with something a little bit heavier. If we're stuck with a newbie, he's not exactly going fast anytime soon. The Panther should be okay. The Commando, again, much of a muchness. But realistically, I think, yeah, Rennick is going to be a good one for this one, especially too if we can get a couple of precision shots out. I think that would be rather nice. We should be able to clear up the what do we call them? Op4 fairly swiftly. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive on in and see if we can make some fast money today. I'm sure that the aim will mainly be to keep all of them alive, get a little bit of an extra bonus there. I don't think that'll be particularly hard, and then yeah, we'll see if there's any other bonus objectives for us to focus on. Okay, so our objective is to capture the decommissioned base. We're training a group of MechWarriors to act as a local defense force, and we'd like you to assist in their training. There's a decommissioned pirate base that we need to take ownership of. As it's undefended, this is a perfect opportunity for our trainees to practice operating as a team in a low-risk environment. We need you to send along a single experienced MechWarrior to keep an eye on them and model good behavior for them. Okay, well, this seems like the kind of setup where afterwards we'll say it was supposed to be undefended, Commander, be prepared. Well, realistically, that may be the case, but I think we'll be alright. Okay, so Guano says, so all we've got to do is just walk in there and stand around. Sounds like a garbage job. I want to learn how to shoot and not stand around. I don't know, the mission sounds good to me. I need more practice driving this thing anyway. Alright, well, let's confirm that the base is undefended, Commander. Move up to this location and you should be able to get eyes on the base. Okay, can we blow up some of the buildings? I don't know, but we might end up doing it. Alright, so, any sign of any defenses? Potentially, I could see there being a turret maybe here. Yeah, look, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but we'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and head up into these trees. I think that would be the best thing for us.
On my way.
We'll get our Panther up and moving. Yeah, I think, hang on a second. Oh, we're not going to be able to make our way across that. Let's just shuffle our way down.
I'm walking here.
And then, yeah, we'll bring everybody else up. Yeah, okay. We'll see how this goes. Okay, right, Commando. Yeah, let's be careful with moving you. We want the Marauder to take the lead. We have some pretty weak mechs. We'll go ahead and we'll pop you up over there into the trees. Bring you there. Oh, and there's the base up ahead. It looks like our employer wasn't kidding. It's empty. Well, that sucks. Can I shoot some of the buildings anyway? I'm picking up engine signatures, boss. I'm guessing those aren't friendly and they're headed your way. Right, engines? Like mechs? Oh dear, I don't want to die. Get your hands to that base, Commander, and hold out till our employer can get some more people on the ground. Okay, so, first things first, this Irby's got to get going.
Confirmed.
We don't have any sensor contact just yet, so we should be fairly safe if they're up over here. I'm thinking... Actually, this could be a nice spot to get our Marauder. Either there or here should be fairly clear. Let's go with maybe the Commando. Actually, hang on a second. Let's get Runnick up first. Yeah, let's move our Commando, because that's going to be fairly swift. We're going to zip down here.
Confirmed.
We'll run him in to capture the base, and then we'll get everybody else prepared to
Moving to position.
cause some trouble for everybody else. Okay, now the question is, do we want to bring the Irby up over here? What have we got? An AC-10. Alright, we do have jump jets, and we can jump a couple of spaces. Sprinting is marginally better. I think what we do is maybe we... Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to sprint straight ahead. And then from here, we might end up sprinting again and then jump jetting up into cover. I think that's going to be the way that we do this. Let's also go ahead and take some cover here for our commando. Make sure that nothing too crazy is going on. Let's go ahead and move up into cover just in case we get shot at. Alright, but it looks like we are all good. So, let's move up further there. That should be fine. Let's see, little Irby, let's go.
Order acknowledged.
Alright, and that should be good enough for now. Okay.
Sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
So we need to pacify the area. We need to make sure that...
Sensor trace.
I capture the base with friendly mechs. Okay, so we've got to use one of our others, and then we need to make sure that these guys disappear. So what have we got? We have a 20-tonner, a Spider, 30 and 35. Okay. Okay, this will be... we'll see how this all goes. Let's go with a quick move here. We'll sprint all the way there. I doubt that they're going to get any line of sight on you, but even if they do, you should have some decent evasion. See what this Locust comes up with. Alright, looks like a swing and a miss. That I am happy with. Alright,
I'm here.
Panther's got a couple of good shots potentially. Yeah, that's Spider and... Oh, actually, you know what? They're pretty dodgy.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, hang on a second. We're going to move our Irby first, I think. Go ahead and take those jump jets. We'll go ahead and jump into some cover. Honestly, these shots are fairly garbage, but I think if we can minimize their capacity to evade, that could be good for our friends. So we'll go ahead and we'll just take the shot. It's unlikely that it's going to work, but...
Fire in.
Oh, you know what? I'll take it. I was just looking to pin them down a little bit. Alright, let's see what else we can do.
Spaniel.
Let's see. 40 and 35. 20, I think. Yeah, I think we might go ahead and take another shot at this Locust here. There's a good chance we could pop off one of its torsos.
I'm going.
That would be nice if something hits, because again, that's minimal health.
Welcome to my alpha.
Alright, well, still nothing too fancy, but again, it does at least make it easier for Rannoch to clean on up. Alright. Well, looks like we're in a pretty good position so far. Alright, Spider's moving again. Let's see what this decides. Okay, shot against the commando. Alright, let's just move you up over here. Let's see, we've got some pretty good shots. Actually, that Spider could be worth going for, but I think we'll try and take out... the Locust first. Let's see, 2 medium lasers. This thing's got more weapons. Yeah, look, I think that Locust actually has the highest amount of DPS right now, so let's get that thing gone. We'll move up close, just in case we can engage those small lasers, but I think this should be reasonably decent. Yeah, alright, let's see if we can do some damage.
I'm on it.
Alright, well, not quite the damage I was hoping for, but it's what we've got. Alright. Luckily that looks like Guano is still doing okay there, nice and evasive. Let's go...
Waiting for orders.
3 pips isn't too bad for evasion.
Matter?
Could move our Panther across. What have we got? 50 and 45. Actually, you know what? PPC could be best spent against that spider, although maybe it's a minimum range thing. Let's just double check. Oh no, that's 50%. Oh no, it's an evasion thing. Okay. You know what? Those SRMs aren't terrible. You know, let's see what we can do. You never know. Maybe that could be good enough. Either that, or do we want to move a tiny little Irby? You know what? Let's hold off with that AC-10 for a second. Let's use... do we save that AC-10? It technically does hit harder than that PPC. You know what? This should be fine. We'll go ahead and move on up.
Onward.
We'll see what we can get done. Who knows? Maybe we'll break a leg.
Acknowledge.
Alright, well, either way, that's an injury. Some weapons are down.
I like that shot.
We'll take what we can get. Alright. Oh, and a fire starter. Alright. Not a bad mech, but that said, though, kind of a frigid environment for that thing to be super effective, so... Yeah, alright. I think that's definitely what we're going to go ahead and kill first with Rannick, if possible. Let's go... I feel like we should almost try and shred his capability first, because that fire starter is going to be the most dangerous out of everybody. Yeah, look, I was going to kill that locust, but again, that thing's already down to only a medium laser. I think this is worth taking the shots at.
Coordinates received.
Yeah, we'll take some cover and let's see what we can do.
Here comes the show.
Alright, well, you know what? There was potential there for a stray shot against the other spider, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, so what do we have left?
Standing by.
Pontoon. Alright, let's see what we can do. 45. 45. Much of a muchness. Actually, 55 there against the spider, but again, I'm not sure if that's really where we want to... You know, we're actually not going to have enough resolve to get this anyway. I think maybe what we do is we focus on... Let's see, 60 points of damage. We could take out an arm. We could almost take out a side torso. Yeah, look, you know what? I think what we'll do is... Maybe we just focus on that locust. That thing's already pretty well beaten up. It doesn't have any cover. We could potentially cripple it a little bit further. I think that should be fine. So let's go ahead and we'll jump. 45s, 45s. Actually, you know what? I do think I prefer that cover rather than moving across here. So maybe we do change our position here. Let's jump across. And you know what? Since we're not going to get the kill, maybe we can soften this thing instead. Yeah, I think that's... Those percentages are just not worth it.
Engaging target.
Ah, man, that was so close to hitting.
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
Alright, let's see what they do. Looks like they're not reinforcing, but they're grouping up. Not sure if that's a great idea, but we'll see.
Waiting for orders.
And then Rannick. Let's go... What have we got? They do technically have jump jets, which could be a little bit annoying. 90s and 80s. We could do a full barrage and try and get that kill. Actually, you know what? Even if we alpha strike, we're probably going to have enough room with the heat. Yeah, because those flamers don't do a ton of damage. I think it's only about 5 regular damage and 10 heat. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20 damage if they all hit. 20, another 30, that's 70. Okay, maybe that fire starter is worth focusing on. Yeah, alright, you know what? As much as I'd love to take out one of those spiders, I think we still take this out first. We'll move into cover, and we'll see where that leads us. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Got it.
Alright, well, unfortunately not quite enough for my personal liking. Luckily, we did focus on one side in particular, so it should be a little bit easier for us to get through with the rest. But we will see how that goes. Alright.
Hey there.
Let's see. First things first. What do we do? Ooh, Commando's in trouble there. Yeah, that's not great. How's his health looking? 55 points of structure, and we could take out these if we burnt our way through that arm. It does get rid of a whole heap of jump jets as well. Although I'd love to hit some of that MG ammo if possible, but I doubt that that's likely. But you know what? That SRM 6 and the 4, that is a total of what? 80 potential damage plus another 25 from that medium laser. Oh, look, it's not fantastic, but I think that's the best chance of us actually doing solid damage.
Commander?
Yeah, and I doubt we're going to get anything close enough otherwise.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, alright. This is where we'll go. I think we're going to run into cover 75, 65s, and 70s. Yeah, that's not going to get any better. Let's go for maximum evasion, and we'll see what we can come up with.
Roger.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, well, a headshot's not terrible. Okay, made it nervous. That's nice.
They will be done.
Don't have great shots here. Could go for the PPC.
Yes, Commander.
Irby, what have we got there? 55s. Could focus in on that Locust again. Oh, look, maybe we go for some action economy here. Try and go for that Locust.
Standing
Yeah, I think that might be the best plan. Let's go ahead and move. Actually, you know what? Oh, that thing's actually got cover, so that may not be as ideal. Yeah, we're definitely not going to get that kill. It'll soak up too much of our damage. I think maybe we go for a spider. Let's go. What have we got? Oh, we don't want to show our back. That Locust will definitely find us. Maybe we just shoot with a PPC. Yeah, the odds are about the same, but at least we'll get more damage on target. This thing's not super... This thing's more dangerous anyway. You know, let's just see what we can do.
Confirmed.
Alright, well there goes an arm. That at least means we can direct our fire a little bit better. Looks like he's going for melee. Ooh. Nasty pasty. Okay.
Report. Internal damage.
Alright, how you doing, buddy? Not too good. Alright, well you've got a little bit of armor. 35 points in total. Well, structure I should say, and ammo. Alright, let's maybe see about cleaning up this bit of danger here. This would... Wait a second, where is his back? Yeah, that does look like we get to shoot him in the back, so that should negate his cover. Yeah, but we'd be outside of range for the AC-10. Alright, and we also do have refire penalties too, don't we? That's going to be annoying. Well, what have we got? We did a DFA. That would technically work. It's a 50%. This will take a fair... It'll make it uneasy, but you know what? That does put us in cover. We could technically get a kill. We haven't taken damage otherwise. You know what? I think we might go for a DFA. I know it's a 50-50, but you know what? The small laser's got a better chance of doing damage. This puts us in cover. Yeah. It also hits... ignores cover. I think we just go for the DFA and see if we can get... Because, yeah, that AC-10 is not doing too good right now. With all those refire penalties.
Reporting minimal damage.
Alright, well, we certainly beat it up a bit.
That's a miss.
How did we do? Okay, one hit, one missed. That's good. Come on now, let's see what we did there. Commando? No, that's our guy. Alright, so we've done damage to the right torso. Almost took out his leg. Alright, well it's fairly unsteady, so maybe we can finish this thing off. Let's roll on up into point blank range, I think. And then, yeah, I think we go for the kill here. We can get a full... we can get a full salvo. I'm just trying to think. What have we got? He's missing his left arm, which is on the far side, and then that's the right torso. So you know what? I think what we'll do is we will move slightly further down so we can favor that right-hand side more and see if we can
Move into position.
capitalize on his weakened structure as it is. Oh, wow. Okay. Lethal damage. That'll do it.
That one's gone.
Oh, don't even need the precision shot there. That's fantastic. Alright. What do we see here? Locust coming in for a hit against our commando. Fair play.
They've blown past my armor.
Looks like he's still okay. That's nice. Definitely going to move
That shot
him.
went internal.
Going to move him out of there because he is in major danger. Oh. And apparently if I right click on these things, it shows my gunnery piloting guts and tactics. Well, okay. I guess you learned something new.
Orders.
Alright, let's get this commando out of here because we are in a predicament. Let's run all the way back. These are pretty dodgy shots, but again, it's better than the alternatives. We need a little bit of distance. We need some evasion cover. We need to not get shot in the back. So that will at least put the shots on our forward-facing armor. Let's go ahead and... Oh, whoops. Darn it. I didn't pay full enough attention. Okay. Alright. We'll just shoot where we can.
Acknowledge.
Alright, well, damage is damage. Alright, fire starter moving up. Let's see how that Irby survives, if it does.
Oh! I'm wounded.
Okay, well, she's alive. That's nice.
I live to serve.
What to do here? 30%. Let's see. Is this a range thing? Let's see if moving back further helps. That's 25. That's not going to be any good. We need... Oops. Oh, did we just move? Ah, bother. I just, no?
I await your command.
Thank you very much. I thought for a second then I didn't actually move. 30% are rather horrific. What is our gunnery? Oh, look, you know what? I don't think it's actually going to make much of a difference. 25%. No, let's see if we can use our jump jets and get something better. 60% on the spider. Oh, this thing, the Locust has evasion. Right, that's where our problem comes in. We've got a bit of armor here. Maybe we go for something there. Yeah, look, maybe we go ahead and we jump across. We've got... the best shot is on that spider, if anywhere. 60%, 34%. That thing might actually move out of cover though too. Irby, how are you doing with your armor? Technically, we could come in for a melee with 60 damage. There's a good chance that we could take out a leg at the very least. Yeah, look, you know what? We need to cool on down, I think. Otherwise... If we were to attack, yeah, 25%, 35, 55. Look, I like being able to use that AC-10, but right now I think we need to cool on down, and that fire starter is causing me a little bit of concern. Let's go ahead and we'll move on in for the melee here, I think. Yeah, I think that's the best shot against this Locust. And And did we just miss? I think we just missed. Oh dear. Alright, well... we'll find out how that all plays out.
Losing lots of armor.
Commando's still alive, that's nice. Barely armored, but it is.
I'm receiving you.
We've got our Panther. This thing's now in cover. 40s and 35s. All of these are pretty terrible. Alright, let's just focus in on the... let's just focus in on that Locust. Potentially, can we get any better angles? PPC would go... yeah, would drop a lot of damage potential with that PPC. I think we go... we stay in the rear arc, avoid those cover penalties, we get the best
Firing jump jets.
average of shots this way, I think. Yeah. Darn it.
Oh, come on. This game's rigged.
Yeah.
Standing by.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's move... what have we got? Actually, you know what? Maybe this is where we go. We can shoot down. We've got a full salvo. That's looking fairly good. We can go for a precision shot here with our resolve. Take care of the big boy. Yeah, I think this is what we do. Gives us the advantage. Let's go precision strike. Let's focus in. Those are pretty solid shots. Let's see what we can do.
Roger that.
Alright, head destroyed. That's what we wanted to see. Very, very nice.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, well, that at least cuts down their action economy. Yeah, they're going to be moving around swiftly and being a little bit of a pain, but I think we can handle it. The Panther's still got enough armor because it hasn't been shot in the back yet. That Commando's in real trouble though. Alright, idealistically, what could we do? 35 melee, we could go this for 45. 50s, you know what? That actually could be the best play, I think. Either that or we move all the way across. Yeah, you know what? I think maybe we go for the Locust. That Spider's probably not going to kill us in any particular turn, but this will make sure that we're not focused down. We should have a good amount of cover. Yeah, let's go ahead and take... bother, we can't quite get the rotation. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll go for the Locust.
Position
It's improbable that we'll get our shots, but if we can, who knows, might make it a little bit easier. And no. Okay. There it is. Spider's moving up, taking shots. Still alive.
Armor blow through. Internal damage.
Alright, what got destroyed? It looks like it popped through that torso there. Alright, that's where our SRM ammo is. That's rather dicey. I was kind of hoping that our arm might have soaked some of that damage, but
Orders?
I guess not.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Let's see what we can do. We've got jump jets. Which way is he facing? Facing towards that rock. If we jump this way, 35 and 70. Not amazing. 40. 40. Alright, you know what? I think we'll try and go for both. Actually, you know what? 55 on that Locust is probably good enough. Yeah, look, I think that's actually not a bad spot for us to go for at all. Alright,
Copy that.
let's use those jump jets and we'll see what we can do. If we can hit here, that would be ideal.
Affirmative.
Yeah, of course, that's not... Maybe
No
we
love
should
on
have played
that
the odds
strike.
there with the small laser.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, you know what? We've got an 80% chance on the melee there. That's not the worst. We only need one good hit in the back. Let's travel... You know what? We're feeling fairly chilled. Let's go ahead and jump. Yeah, look, 60% on a PPC, SRM 4. I think that's good enough.
Affirmative.
Yeah, Yeah, let's get this thing going if possible. There we have it. That's what I wanted.
Mech destroyed.
Finally figured out how to get that PPC on target.
Ready for orders.
Alright, and now Rannoch, let's just mosey on up and take a solid
On
swing
my
at this
way.
fellow. Let's see what you can do.
All weapons are go.
Alright, well, he's down some armor. He's gonna have to retreat somewhere.
Not much armor left in that location.
Alright, and how's it doing? Okay, mainly took out that arm, that's
Receiving
fine. Let's get this commando point and center. We'll go ahead and see what damage we can do. Hopefully we can shred off some of his armor.
Firing all weapons.
The damage reduction is annoying, but it should be alright.
Critical hit, Commander.
4 against 1.
I'm ready.
I think we have the advantage here. Alright, now we need line of sight. Let's see, 70% on PPC. You know what, that will do. Although, we can jump jet somewhere better. Slightly obfuscated. You know what, that'll do.
Behold.
Puts
I
us in a
take
good
flight.
position just in case he tries to rotate around or take some cover behind some hills.
Punching all the buttons.
Alright, it's looking a little wobbly.
I'm receiving you.
Let's get our Irby close, and I think 55 and 70 is as good as we could ask for. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll give that a shot.
Order acknowledged. Roger that. Target confirmed.
Oh, and a good shot on that small laser there. Alright. Well, it's still kicking,
Receiving you.
but not for long. Alright, let's go ahead and let's move in front of everybody. There we go, that should be sufficient.
Heading out.
And you know what, just to make sure that things don't go on too much further, let's go for a precision strike, boost up our chances, and potentially, if for some reason he survives, it means that he'll go after us anyway.
Confirmed.
Okay, well, he survived.
Critical hit, Commander.
So I think at this point that thing has legs. Oh no, it still has one of the torsos. Not by much.
Standing by.
Alright, SRMs. Well, let's go and fire these. Maybe we can knock him over. Not quite, but close.
I'm here.
70 and 45. There we go. Let's see if we can knock him over this time.
Got it, Commander.
Well, there's the knockdown. And that'll also be an initiative drop, so he's now after our Marauder. Alright, and...
Standing by.
Oh, would you look at that? It's our little Irby that still remains. Well, I guess we proved that it's a trash can and not a trash can't. Alright, let's go ahead and shuffle on forwards.
Copy that.
And, I don't know. Let's go for the torso. Maybe one more explosion could be enough to kill. Yeah, I think that's possible. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Alright, dropship inbound for landing. Fantastic. Well, that certainly was an experience. Darius, I think we should get Hazard pay for this kind of mission. Stow it, Maya. It all worked out fine, and we get paid.
Mission successful.
And on top of that, all of our trainees did survive too, which is particularly good. So who knows? Maybe there'll be a nice little cash bonus for that as well. Well, alright. Well, we made 666,600 C-bills. That I am okay with. We'll go ahead and... Oh yeah. There was one injury for Pontoon, but again, that's fairly minimal. The only real mech that took damage was that Commando, and yeah, we managed to keep him alive, so that I'm happy with. Good thing Rannick was there though. Definitely needed those heavier weapons. So yeah, that worked out well. Fire starter, salvage, a flamer. I suppose it's something. They could have technically given us a full mech, but yeah, that's a little bit too much to ask for considering. All right, well, that'll do nicely. I think at this point then we'll go ahead and we will we'll see if there's enough XP for Rannick. I doubt that there will be, but I think that should be good. The other one's a recovery mission. Yeah, look, depending on how the recovery mission goes, that could take us a little bit of time. So I think what we'll do is
Receiving you.
so close in yet so far. Alright, 200 XP off. Alright, so I guess one more mission will have to be what we wait for. We'll go ahead and we'll call it there. We'll pick up our recovery mission afterwards, and then, depending on how we're feeling, we might potentially take that slightly more dangerous one here for this base defense. We'll see how it goes. So either way, if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.